Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another fascinating episode about the craft of restoration. In today's story, we witness the beginning of an amazing transformation. A man stumbles upon an old car hidden deep in a dense, overgrown area. The car has clearly been abandoned for years. The body is covered in rust, the structure is damaged, and it is partially buried under weeds and debris. To rescue the car from its forgotten grave, a team is assembled along with a truck-mounted crane. With careful coordination and steady hands, they lift the corroded car out of the dense vegetation and transport it to a nearby restoration workshop. And the dedication to bringing this machine back to life was evident. In this installment, we follow a skilled mechanic as he begins the process of disassembling an old, weathered engine. He begins by using an electric screwdriver to carefully remove the external bolts and remove the auxiliary components such as the air conditioning compressor, alternator, pulleys, and drive belts. Each component is removed precisely to ensure no damage is done during the disassembly process. Once the external components are cleaned, he proceeds to remove the timing cover, exposing the timing belt system underneath. The timing belt, water pump, and associated gears are all systematically removed in preparation for further engine disassembly. Next, he separates the transmission from the engine block, a job that requires strength and technical dexterity. Once the transmission is removed, he moves on to disassembling the clutch assembly, including the pressure plate and flywheel. Finally, he removed the valve covers and began to remove the entire cylinder head assembly. This exposed the camshaft and intake, exhaust valves, revealing the heart of the engine's upper mechanism. What we see here is not just mechanical work, but also craftsmanship. A methodical disassembly paved the way for a complete overhaul of the engine. Follow along with us as we follow this restoration journey. In this section, we see the meticulous process of dismantling the interior and bodywork in preparation for a full restoration. The technician begins by carefully removing the entire interior. The seats, floor mats, and trim are all carefully removed. This step not only clears the cabin for cleaning, but also makes it easier to inspect for potential damage beneath the surface. Exterior components such as the front fenders and body panels are removed. This disassembly allows for unobstructed access to the car's structure and ensures that all repairs and paintwork are done thoroughly and seamlessly. Once the bodywork is exposed, the actual bodywork begins. Using an angle grinder, the technician scrapes off layers of old paint and removes rusted metal from the body. This process is a crucial stage in the restoration process where precision and craftsmanship really shine. A coat of primer was applied, followed by a coat of high-gloss silver paint. For a personal touch, 2 dark blue racing stripes were painted along the bonnet, giving the car a sportier, more dynamic look. Meanwhile, all the interior components, including the seats, door panels, and floor mats, were removed and deep cleaned. A generous spray of foam cleaner was followed by a high-pressure wash, leaving every surface fresh and sparkling. The cleaned interior components were then reassembled with meticulous attention to detail, restoring the comfort and aesthetics of the cabin. Finally, the restoration process ends with the installation of exterior accessories such as headlights, bumpers, and many other decorative details. Each detail is carefully installed, completing the transformation from a rusty machine to a show-ready machine. This final step not only demonstrates technical skill, but also passion, patience, and pride in craftsmanship. Thank you for following and accompanying us. See you in the next articles.